Welcome back to In the Slant. We are here today to do our Week 4 predictions. As always, I'm joined by Dustin and Jared. Yesterday, we did our Week 3 recaps. If you've not watched that, you can find that in the channel. Make sure you guys drop a like in this one. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. I'm going to have timestamps like usual. But we're here to predict Week 4. I'm excited. Football is flying by, and we know some things, and we don't know some things. So let's just get into it. We got a good Thursday night football game. Bengals versus Dolphins. I'm excited about this one because this game looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's in Cincinnati. The Bengals are also wearing their badass white jerseys. I'm excited about that. The alternate helmets. I'm so glad the NFL is allowing that now. But if I had to choose, because this game, like I said, Dolphins are 3-0. They just came off beating the Bills, so they're riding hot. But for some reason, I just have a weird feeling. I want to pick the Bengals to win this one. I don't know. It's in Cincinnati. I just feel like Joe Burrow is going to get it together, and they're going to knock off the Dolphins. I just have a weird feeling about it.
I am also going with the Bengals. But kind of what Brady said, I have a feeling that for some reason, I feel like Joe Mixon's going to have a game. I feel like Jamar Chase is going to have a game. Joe Burrow is going to play good. I'm not going to say the O-line's going to do great because for so far, the O-line's let me down. But I feel like for some reason, they're going to squeak a win, and I'm also going Bengals.
Listen, as much as I've hated on the Dolphins on these videos, I'm going to have to choose the Dolphins because I do not want the Bengals to win and somehow we lose and they get a game up on us. But I did see Tyreek Hill say, Eli Apple, I'm coming for you. I don't know if you guys seen that.
That's one thing I wanted to bring up before we went away from this game. Tyreek Hill and Eli Apple had a crazy exchange on Twitter, like after the Super Bowl or after the AFC Championship. Can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, I feel like Tyreek Hill might have a good ass game. I mean, if Tua can get him the ball, I think Tyreek Hill is gonna be extra motivated. So maybe we shouldn't pick against the Dolphins, but I just have a weird feeling the Bengals are going to win.
Personally, I just don't see anybody who can cover Waddle and Hill on the Cincinnati defense.
That's a good point. And then on the other side, you got Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, who might be able to give Jamar Chase and T. Higgins some problems. But I don't know, man. I just have a weird feeling that the Bengals are going to win this one. But
now, don't think I like the Dolphins at all. I'm just choosing this for my record.
I would love to be wrong though, for sure, because I like what the Dolphins are doing, and I don't got anything against the Dolphins. But anything else to add to this one?
Nope. Well, I'm sticking with Bengals. Go Joe Burrow.
Dolphins taking this.
The next game. This one is a London game. We got the Vikings versus Saints.
It's not a primetime game, but it's a primetime game.
It's a primetime game for people in London.
No, it's a primetime game. If you wake up at 8:30 a.m., it's the only game on.
To them, that's primetime.
Hey, I'll be waking up to watch it. I love watching me some football. So Vikings versus Saints. Saints lose 2 in a row. Or no. Have they won 2 in a row? Or not won 2 in a row. They're 1-2. Whatever. They're 1-2. Vikings 2-1. They just come off a victory over the Lions. The Saints lost to Carolina. That's all I can remember now at this point, I guess.
No, they lost back to back because they lost to the Bucks the week before. And then
yes, it was to see. I just couldn't. I mean, week 3, like I said, NFL is flying by. But man, if I had to choose this game, Kirk Cousins in primetime, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is really technically a primetime game. Like you could
I'm considering it. I'm considering it a primetime game just because it's the only game on. But technically, it's a primetime game because it's like it's
everyone's focus, I guess.
I know the one time Kirk Cousins did play in London was with us when back when we were in Washington Redskins.
How good did he play?
Huh?
How good did he play? I need Justin Jefferson to have a fucking game.
All I can remember is that we tied with the Bengals in London. That's all I can remember. So
that doesn't give me any help.
That doesn't give you any help. I'm gonna choose the Vikings to beat the Saints, though. I'm gonna go Vikings.
You go?
Yeah, I'm taking Vikings as well. But I do think jet lag might play a factor in this game for both of these teams. So I feel like they'll come out a little rocky at the beginning. But I got Vikings taking this one.
I told the Vikings fan that I was gonna pick the Vikings. Thinking about it, technically it being a primetime game. Alvin Kamara, I think, is going to be fully healthy coming into this game. Finally.
Say it with your chest.
I'm choosing the New Orleans Saints to win this game, baby. I feel like it being in London, kind of a primetime game. I don't like the Vikings run defense, and I think Alvin Kamara is finally going to be 100% healthy coming into this week, so I'm choosing the Saints to win this game and to beat the Vikings. So,
all right, next one. These are the 12 o'clock games. Let's start with Commanders versus Cowboys. Cowboys.
I guess you can go Cowboys.
Until I see something different. Washington's been shut out the last 2 weeks in the first half, 22-0, 24-0. The Commanders have shown me nothing since week 1. So Dallas's defense looks amazing. They're gonna sack Carson Wentz a bunch unless if we get it together. Someone's banging shit upstairs, but other than that, I'm gonna go Cowboys. I'm gonna pick against my favorite team.
Let me just say something real quick about the last game, real quick. If it wasn't an 8:30 game or like wasn't the only game on, I would be choosing the Vikings. But since it's technically prime time, I'm choosing Saints. That's all I gotta say. Cowboys.
No, don't make
is
excuses. Just choose your team with your chest, man. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I chose them.
Browns versus Falcons.
I didn't even choose my pick yet.
No, you said Cowboys.
You said Cowboys with us.
No, I thought you were talking about the other game before. Did I?
Yeah, you said
tripping.
Cowboys.
I didn't explain why I was gonna say.
No, go ahead.
No, the Commanders. I think, like Brady said, they struggle a little bit, but it is a rivalry game. They could surprise us and still win this game.
I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Cowboys.
Obviously, I'll be watching, rooting for
No, yeah.
Washington. But since we are, kind of competing each other record-wise here,
Look at me. I just did like three upsets in a row.
I'm gonna go Cowboys just because I like I said, man, the offensive line looks horrible, and Cowboys pass rush is amazing. So
Yeah.
and they killed us last year.
I've been carrying the
in
Cowboys so far as their pass rush.
Yeah.
So
They embarrassed us last year in Dallas. Also, that's another factor because it's in Dallas. They dropped like 50 on us in the first half. Like, it's just being a Commanders fan is not fun. Basically, being a Washington fan, whatever you want to call it.
Brady, I would rather be a Commanders fan where people ain't high on you, you guys don't do good, than be a Raiders fan where everyone's high on you and then you don't do good. That's
true.
10 times worse.
Expectations are high. Browns versus Falcons. First 12 or no, we just talked about 12 o'clock game. Browns versus Falcons though. I like what Cleveland's been doing. I'm gonna go Cleveland. I think Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt dominate on the ground, and they beat the Falcons. Although I think this will be a fun one. This is also in Atlanta, so it'll be a dome game. So this could be high scoring. I like the Falcons to make it a game, but I'm gonna go Browns at the end of the day.
I've been liking Cordell Patterson for the Falcons and all that, but just the Browns defense scares me. They somehow have been getting it going on offense and not scoring like a low amount of points. So for some reason, with the defense alone plus the offense, I gotta go Browns as well.
Yeah, I'm going with Browns. I like the little duo. I like Cooper and Chubb. I think they perform great together, and I think they'll win this game. Nothing crazy.
Next is one of the best games of the week. I'm definitely gonna have to watch this one. I almost said Bills versus Dolphins again. Bills versus Ravens. Lamar MVP versus Josh Allen. I'm excited for this one. Man, it's in Baltimore as well.
Mhm.
How's your guys' defense injuries looking?
Listen real quick. It is week 4, and Lamar is the MVP front runner right now. Too early, I don't give a damn.
Jalen
Listen
Hurts?
here.
No, not at all.
Man, come on now. Lamar. He's leading the league with 10 touchdowns right now and 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's playing great.
But I obviously got the Ravens. We're at home. Our defense injuries, we've lost Kyle Fuller and Michael Pierce. He got hurt last game, which I think is kind of big for us, our D-line. But we have good depth there. So hopefully the injury isn't too major. I feel like we still got to come back and beat the Bills from our playoff loss 2 years ago. So I feel like we can win this one. If our offense can keep up with them, and they're still missing key players on their defense.
That's another thing. We're predicting this too early. So, like, we don't know exactly what the teams are going to look like come Sunday, whether you guys will be banged up or how banged up the Bills will be. So, it's hard to say, but, man.
Okay, I'll just say it right now. Since I still know that the Bills are dealing with key injuries, I'm just going to choose Ravens to win this game.
Yeah, I love what Lamar's doing. Man, I kind of want to pick the Bills, but I don't. I'm going to go Ravens. Lamar's been playing great. I feel like the Ravens are going to come out here and protect home field and get some revenge, like you said, from a couple years ago.
And what Brady said, though, we have a banged up team a little bit from last game, too. So just depending on who's active and who's not. But
yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
remember, we do these predictions on Tuesday, so there's still multiple practices in between this and all that. That stuff can happen.
So it changes a lot of stuff. But next game.
Real quick, sorry
go
to
ahead.
say this, but they should have flexed this game tonight. They should have definitely flexed it.
Hold on. We got to see what the primetime games are. We got to come back and see if this game should be shifted because I don't know what the primetime games are yet, but
this is a good game.
The Thursday night game's good. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
I love the Thursday night game. Seahawks versus Lions. This one should be primetime in my opinion. No. Lions.
Ready making jokes.
I'm choosing Lions.
I'm also choosing
I
Lions.
don't. Geno Smith doesn't excite me that much. I mean, Lions, like I said, they've been putting up good fights against every team they've played so far. I don't see how. I mean, if they lose to the Seahawks, it's not going to be a good look. They did lose DeAndre Swift. But Jamal Williams be a good step and roll there, so I'm gonna go Lions. I mean, there's not much to say.
I'm going Lions as well. Like I say every podcast, I'm high on them. I'm gonna keep saying that until they face a team that I know that they're gonna struggle against. But also St. Brown, I don't know if he'll be.
Yeah, he got hurt as well. So, but hopefully he's fine.
Well, what's his name? I think he's coming back this week. The rookie,
Jameson Williams. No,
yeah.
I don't think that's like. Wait, is he supposed to?
I think he's supposed to be coming back this week.
Is he?
I saw a report. I think I dropped him on like honestly, but I
thought he was supposed to be back to week 8. I haven't kept up with it, but if they get him back soon, that's gonna be a.
I thought I saw a report that he might be ready to play this week, but maybe I was wrong. But
We'll see.
So we all got Lions.
Yeah. Lions for sure. Chargers versus Texans. I'm going Chargers to bounce back here. Justin Herbert played last week. I can't believe in the Texans beating the Chargers. Chargers losing back to back, but the Chargers are losing. They lost. We didn't even mention that yesterday. They lost Rashawn Slater as well. But yeah, I'm going Chargers over the Texans.
I've been doing all the upsets, so I might just go for the next upset. The Texans have let me down every time I've picked them to win, but for some reason, with how Justin Herbert played, I'm still choosing the Chargers, baby. Come on, you got me messed up.
I was like, damn, you got to choose the Texans.
And the crazy thing is, me and Dustin, like last week, and we were just talking about how good Rashawn was and how they lost him, which sucks, but I have the Chargers winning still.
Next game should be a pretty decent one. Titans versus Colts. Battle of the AFC South here. Both these teams are, two teams looking to win this division, but maybe the Jaguars have something to say about that as well. There's a battle of Jonathan Taylor versus Derrick Henry, so this should be a lot of fun.
I'm actually, just by how Jonathan Taylor's been playing, I haven't been liking what I've seen, especially against the Chiefs. Run defense has been pretty weak. Jonathan Taylor really didn't get anything going, and just based off that alone, Derrick Henry went off on us, and I'm choosing Derrick Henry to win this game again, and I'm going Titans.
The way the Titans just steamrolled over the Raiders, man.
Dang, okay, don't say steamroll. Right? Don't even.
But I don't know. I still don't believe in the Colts. I have the Titans win this. No reason being, it's just I'm not high on them at all.
No, and like I said yesterday in the overreaction, the only reason the Colts even won that game last week is because of Chris Jones talking crap. So, like, literally, if it wasn't for that, Chiefs would have won this game, and we wouldn't even been thinking about this game. Of like, oh, the Colts would have been 0-2-1, and we wouldn't even been thinking about it. But now everyone's like, are the Colts a contender because they beat the Chiefs? The Chiefs only lost to themselves, not to the Colts. So
I'm gonna pick the Colts. I'm gonna go different from you guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna have them protect home field advantage here, and they get a victory over the Tennessee Titans. This will be a good one though. I can see this going either way, honestly. Next one, Bears versus Giants. Both these teams are 2-1, which is really good for both these franchises. The Giants come off a heartbreaking loss. The Bears come off a victory over the Texans, I believe it was, and we don't know if Montgomery's playing. But I'm going to choose the Giants to beat the Bears. They go to 3-1, and this is another game that the Giants need to win. That way they can stay relevant in the NFC East conversation. They should have beat the Cowboys, I feel like, but I have them beating the Bears. I think the Bears' 2 victories have been on teams that they just took advantage of in a way where the schedule was just easier for them. But you could say the same thing for the Giants. So
I'm also running with the Giants. I have not liked what I've seen from Justin Fields. Justin Fields has shown me nothing about being a starting quarterback in this league, and until he does that, I'm going to pick again. I'm not saying Daniel Jones has shown me anything either about being a starter. He has looked better, I will say that, but we got to see if it's consistent with Daniel Jones about that, but I'm going off quarterback play. I think Daniel Jones is better than Justin Fields. Might be crazy to say.
Low-key, so far, all these games seem like a really good matchup. You know what I mean?
It's not a boring week this week.
The Giants, I'm going to go with the Giants. I don't think they perform real well against the Cowboys. I think, in my opinion, it's a rivalry game. It can go either way. But like Dustin said, Justin Fields, I haven't seen as much as I'd wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the Giants with this one.
One interesting thing I will add to this, I believe the draft pick that the Giants traded away to the Chicago Bears or turned into Justin Fields. So the Bears traded up with the Giants to draft Justin Fields. So maybe Justin Fields is like, hey, you guys, traded away the opportunity to draft me. So I'm going to show you what I'm all about. I don't know. Just adding that in there, but
my man needs something to get him hyped up every day. He doesn't do anything.
Next game, Jaguars versus Eagles. This one, like I said, the Jaguars, Doug Peterson returns to Philly, former head coach of the Eagles when they won a Super Bowl. So this should be a lot of storylines, a lot of fun. This is another, there's so many 12 o'clock games that are really good, honestly. I'm loving a lot of these games so far. But I'm going to choose Eagles to protect home field, and they continue to steamroll. I would, honestly, if the Jaguars get this win, I would be super impressed. This would be a huge victory for them, and that would go a long way. I think the Jaguars could give up a fight here, but I'm going to choose the Eagles to continue what they're doing.
This is going to be crazy for me to say. I am going Jacksonville Jaguars.
I mean, if the Jaguars can play how they've been, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they're not a bad team. You can't count them out.
I think this is how I look at it, kind of, is that the Chargers defense was mainly all healthy against that game, and they really couldn't stop them. Yes, you have 2 good corners for the Eagles, but the Jags have so many wide receivers that are good, that are super solid, that I just have to go Jags to win this.
I'm just going with the Eagles. Their defense, their offense, I love both parts of it. I just think they're going to get the edge over on the Jags. Now, I'm not counting the Jags out like I just said. They're definitely a good team, but I just don't think they have enough to beat the Eagles.
Yeah, it'll be a fun game to watch regardless, though. I'm excited for that one.
And plus, we know Eagles fans are going to be hyped, man. It's at home,
for sure.
So.
Jets versus Steelers. Steelers. Well, actually, Zach Wilson comes back, so maybe this is an interesting game. I'm going to choose Steelers, though. They need to win. Bad.
Well, if Zach Wilson doesn't come back and Joe Flacco's playing, he's the Steelers' kryptonite. I got the Jets winning.
Okay.
I also am going with the Jets.
I mean, I can understand, man. The Steelers have not looked good, so I would not be surprised at all if the Jets win, but I'll choose Steelers, get a victory over the Jets here, and we'll come back to this, and we'll see who's right, who's wrong. Next, we got the 3 o'clock games. I did see someone complain about what the 3 o'clock games were compared to what the 12 o'clock games were, and I'm starting to notice why they're complaining. So first 3 o'clock game, you got Cardinals versus Panthers, a game that I'm not too thrilled about. Panthers have looked weird. Cardinals have looked weird. I don't even know who to pick here. Give me Arizona. Give me Kyler Murray to maybe step up for once and get a victory. Well, he stepped up against you guys, obviously, but I want him to be a little bit more aggressive. I want him to look like old Kyler Murray. I didn't mean to throw so much shade at you guys, but I mean, you could probably give it back eventually somewhere here. But yeah, I'm going to go Cardinals.
I've ride with them 4 weeks in a row. They let me down 2, gave me 1 dub. I'm going with Panthers again.
It is in Carolina, so
I'm not trusting in Baker Mayfield to do much. I'm definitely have the Cardinals winning this.
DJ Moore's going for 25 fantasy points this week, and he's me riding my bench still.
We'll see. Next 3 o'clock game, Patriots versus Packers. This used to be like a really fun game because you'd have Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers, but obviously that's no longer the case. We just got that. Instead, we get Brian Hoyer versus Aaron Rodgers. Give me the Packers. There's not much to say about this one. I mean, the Packers.
Even if Mac Jones was out there, I'm still choosing the Packers.
Yeah, me too. It's at Lambeau as well. I'm going Packers.
Well, I'd give him the edge maybe if Mac Jones was playing, but
no.
They didn't look bad against us.
Mac Jones ain't shit.
I mean, they didn't look bad against us, so I wouldn't count them out. But.
Next 3 o'clock game, last 3 o'clock game, we got Broncos versus Raiders.
Gosh, dude.
Raiders. This is in I almost said Oakland, in Las Vegas.
This is definitely the best 3 o'clock game. Like not even being obviously I'm a Raiders fan, so it might sound biased, but just looking at these other games, especially with the injuries, like I would say the Packers and Patriots is good if Mac Jones is playing, but since not, this is the best game at 3. And please don't let me down, Raiders. I'm going Raiders.
I don't even know who to pick for this game.
I mean,
the Broncos struggling 2-1. The offense looks bad. The Raiders are 0-3, but they've been in close ones. So, what do you got? I don't know.
I mean, the Broncos might have been struggling on offense, but they have 2 wins. Something the Raiders don't have. So, I'm going to go with the winning team here. I'm going with the Broncos.
You're going to go with the Broncos?
Like Brady said, Russell Wilson always starts late, and this is the game he's going to get right back on track with.
I almost want to choose Denver as well.
And that's just Dustin's luck if that happens.
I told you guys I want you guys to choose him.
Bro, honestly, though,
Dustin, I'm totally kidding.
I don't know if I can handle Dustin's little heart if the Raiders go to 0-4.
He won't be in a group chat. He'll leave everything. We won't hear from him for a month.
Yeah, I'm quitting this Slant if we lose next week.
I'm going to go Raiders. I'm going to go Raiders beat the Broncos at home.
Please don't. Just choose Broncos.
I'm going Raiders.
Every week, 3 of us.
Dustin, I can't see your little heart get crushed anymore. You cannot go to 0-4. I'm going Raiders.
I think I've chosen the Raiders every week.
You have.
Yeah, so I'm going with the Broncos this time.
All right.
You're what we need to win this game is for you to bet against us.
If that's what it is.
All right,
I'll go against you guys every time, so you guys can win the Super Bowl.
Love that. Sunday Night Football. Okay, so these are the 2 primetime games, I guess. We're going to come back. So I would rather see Bills versus Ravens on Monday night than Rams versus 49ers. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's not a terrible game.
I think I'd rather see us over the Chiefs and Bucks as well.
Yeah, that too. I mean, but it's still a fun game. Tom Brady versus Mahomes. I mean, those are 2 guys they suck off a lot when it comes to the NFL. So
young versus old.
The refs are always on their back too. Don't forget.
Exactly. So, but I'm gonna choose KC to bounce. Well, I mean, it's in Tampa. That's a fun one actually. The Buccaneers get all the weapons back.
This is a good Thursday. This is a good Sunday night game.
It's not bad.
It's a great game.
It's a great game.
Both games ain't terrible, but I'd rather see Ravens and Bills on Monday over.
It can be a great game if Buccaneers get all their people back. But if not, I think it's going to be
like Brady said. Mike Evans is already projected to come back and all that. So just based off that, and I think I'm hoping Chris Godwin comes back. Obviously, we don't know for sure. If Chris Godwin's back and all that, I'm choosing Bucks to win this game.
I think it just comes down to which team pays the refs more.
I feel like the Colts. If you see what the Colts defense did to the Chiefs and locking him up, I don't even know what the Bucks defense is going to do to him, low key. So
I can't choose the Chiefs to lose 2 in a row. I think I'm gonna go Chiefs to beat the Bucks.
I think I've chosen the Chiefs every week, and I don't think I'm wrong for choosing them. I'm gonna choose them again.
You go Chiefs, and you got Bucks.
Yep.
All right, to end off Monday Night football. Rams versus 49ers. I mean, the 49ers have had great success against the Rams. I will say that. I mean, they beat them in the NFC or no, they did not beat them. They beat them in the regular season twice last year, and then the Rams beat them in the NFC Championship. My apologies. And obviously, they won the Super Bowl. Jimmy G did not look all that great. Made a lot of mistakes. For some weird reason, though, I have a weird feeling that the 49ers might win this, but I'm going to choose Rams still because I don't know. I'm going to go away from my gut this time, I guess.
I'm also going to choose the 49ers this game.
You're going to choose 49ers. And then for you?
I'm taking the Rams.
So, yeah, we got the Rams. So, I think we definitely picked really different.
I picked really different?
We all did. I think we all had a little bit of a difference.
I went there. every upset I chose for, so.
You chose the Jets, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, you did too, though. So, I mean, this will be a fun week of football.
And you guys chose
this is honestly, besides the 3 o'clock games, besides the Raiders and Broncos game, I think that game is good. Just because of injuries. Like, if it wasn't injuries, there'd be 2 good games at 3. All the 12 o'clock games
all the 12 o'clock
are pretty
really good.
I'm not saying that every team is like solid, but like just the matches they have,
equal out to each other.
Yes,
so you know
exactly.
It's gonna be a good game.
But now that I discovered on Sunday Tick, you can have multiple games on the same time.
Oh my gosh, I wish we would have known that like week 1 and week 2. Because I was
don't know why I
struggling
just now figured that out.
trying to fight the streams to watch my game.
All right, boys, we're gonna end it there though. Thank you guys
for
watching.
I'm gonna start saying this. Good luck to all your guys' teams in week 4. Hopefully, no heartbreaking moments for you guys like it has been for me.
Good luck to every team who's not playing the Ravens.
If the Raiders lose, I don't know if we'll see Dustin next week, but
we'll see.
We'll have him in spirit.
But hope you guys have a good one. This is In the Slant saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and click here to subscribe and of course to watch some more.